Write an equation to represent the relationship between the variables in each table. So we're starting with x and we're trying to determine a pattern to get to y. Well, 3 minus 2 gives us 1, but then let's check and make sure that pattern works. For the next one, is 6 minus 2 2? Well, no, 6 minus 2 is 4. So what's another way that we can start with x and get 1? Or start with 6 and get 2? Well, 6 divided by 3 is 2. 3 divided by 3 is 1. And 9 divided by 3 is 3. So this must be the equation for problem 4. Check and see if you can come up with a pattern or a relationship to write the equations for 1, 2, and 3. It has to work for every row in the table. We are going to watch a short clip on the Statue of Liberty in just a second, but I'm going to give you the focus question first, so you have some ideas of what information to collect while we watch this video. And you can write this down in question 1 of your workbook. What is the elevation above ground level of the viewing platform in the crown of the Statue of Liberty? So we're looking for how high above the ground the crown of the Statue of Liberty is. What information might we need to gather to determine the elevation of the crown? Well, maybe we need to know how many stair steps there are from the elevator to the crown, or how high each step is. We would also need to know how far from the ground to the first stair it is, because they took the elevator from the ground up to a certain point and then continued using stairs the rest of the way. So there's some information that we need to collect. Let's watch part 2 and write down any information that might be helpful in solving the problem. So I would write down the height of the first part of the platform. It's also telling us each step is 9 inches. And it takes them 9 minutes to reach the top. But it didn't tell us how many steps there were. So we might need a speed for how fast she is climbing the steps. I'm going to make a note that the platform was 121 feet and 4 inches. I will also make a note that each step has a height of 9 inches. Here we see her start climbing the steps at 1 minute and 4 seconds. And she stops climbing the steps at 1 minute and 9. During those 5 seconds, let's see how many steps she takes. 1, 2, 3. And she stops at 9 minutes. I'm going to start by changing the platform into inches, since I have feet and inches. 121 times 12 will turn the feet into inches, which is 1,452 inches, plus the 4 inches for a total of 1,456 inches. We know that in 5 seconds she does 3 steps. Nine minutes needs to be changed into seconds to figure out how many seconds it takes her to get to the top. There are 60 seconds in a minute, so that is 540 seconds. We need to figure out how many steps she will take. Well, 5 seconds was 3 steps, so 10 seconds would be 6 steps. And then 540 seconds, well, if we multiplied 10 by 54, that would give us 540. So we need 6 times 54 to tell us how many steps. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 5 is 30. Plus 2 makes 324 steps. And each step is 9 inches. So 9 inches times 324 steps will tell us how many inches all the steps are together. So 4 times 9, that's 36. 9 times 2 is 18. Plus 3 more is 21. 9 times 3 is 27. Plus 2 more is 29. So this piece is the inches from the platform, and these are the inches from the stairs. We need to combine them to figure out the total height from the ground. We have 1,456 inches for the platform, plus 2,916 inches for the statue. 6 plus 6 is 12. 5 plus 1 makes 7. 4 and 9 make 13. 2 plus 1 is 4. And that is measured in inches. If I wanted to turn it back into feet, I would need to divide that by 12. And that comes out to a little over 364 feet. Let's check and see if our approximation is close. So our approximation was off. Let's go back and see what could have been our mistake. Well, we know the platform is correct. We know there's 12 inches in a foot. So this piece is correct. We saw from the video that each step was 9. So maybe our rate needs to be fixed. We originally said that in 5 seconds she takes 3 steps. Let's watch again. 1, 2, 3. So maybe we needed to over approximate on that. Instead of 3 steps in 5 seconds, she may have taken 4, or sorry, in 5 seconds, she may have taken more steps, which would attribute to the change in our approximation for the total height. So we could go back and we can change our rate from 5 seconds being 3 steps to 5 seconds being more steps, like 5 steps. Then she would be ascending at a different speed, which would change our overall approximation. But if we said she takes more steps, then that would mean she takes more steps total in 9 minutes. So maybe our miscalculation was due to the fact that she doesn't continue to climb the staircase at a constant rate. Maybe she gets tired towards the top, and then that would slow her down. So she would be taking fewer steps in 5 seconds. And then that would shrink our approximation.